Most guys are silly. They think that just because they're peaceful, the world, the society, will appreciate them, or they'd have much higher chances of getting whatever illusions they have in mind. But that just couldn't be closer to the lies. How come that's gonna be true if we're living in such a brutal world, Here are 6 reasons why everyone must stop being a smooth bitch and knock out that peace nonsense. Number 1. It doesn't fucking matter. Unless you're a drug dealer or a killer or whatever criminal ass you can imagine. Other than that, it doesn't matter to be peaceful. Before I go any further, I bet some of you are kind of still not getting the picture of what exactly we mean by saying stop being peaceful. Well, the right sentence is actually, stop being a coward. Now, you may say, hold on, I'm not a coward, I'm afraid. You are. In fact, 90% of people are cowards. Speaking of myself, I used to be ridiculously cowardly. Ever since I was a kid, I never managed to go to school alone or just go out alone. I used to always get my ass kicked by other kids without ever trying to defend myself. Until July 2021, something happened with me. And all of this shit I just told you just vanished. But that's a different story I'll share with you if you seem to care. So back to my point. For the most part, people are cowards. But they'd rather worship their ego saying we're peaceful than admit the reality that they are indeed so funky. If you're still not sure about that, I'll give you a slight evidence. Everybody, for at least once in their lives, got badly insulted. But instead of defending their dignity, even on their lives, they tend to pretend that they're peaceful, just in order to feel better about themselves, ignoring the fact that by doing so, they're pathetic. It's such a pain in the ass to see how men had become too weak. They'd rather avoid the temporary feeling of pain and fear over striving for the internal feeling of honor and self-esteem. What a shame. Number 2, the world. I don't think I need to convince you that the world isn't and has never been such a fairy tale, or a Disneyland as they seem to try to convince on the TV and in the media. The world doesn't recognize peace, tolerance, coexistence, or opinions. None of that shit matters to it. The only thing the world recognizes and appreciates is pure power. Nothing less, nothing more. But don't feel as if I am asking you to take some action about this. Don't get too excited. What matters now is you to realize such facts and to never get fooled again. Realize that there's no such thing as idealism the modern world is pretending to be trying to maintain. That's all. Number 3, peace. Yes, peace in itself is a good reason for you to stop being peaceful. I mean, why would you ever be peaceful? There's no reason for you to be peaceful in the first place. If you're already aware that the world is always trying to involve you in its evil endeavors and loops by putting all of these traps and barriers in front of you, preventing you from improving your life and from living with your loved ones where you want, how you want, and when you want, then what's the point? Look, I'm not sitting here telling you to go and declare war against the world or some crazy shit. You're not a damn superhero, are you? I just truly want you to let these cold, harsh facts sink in as you go through life. Number 4, premium life features. Such a weird headline, isn't it? You see, life is like a game. It's not a game, but it's similar to it. As you level up, you unlock new features that weren't available to you before. As you begin to treat unpeacefully, you'll notice how great you could have been if you were to do that way sooner. You'll start to have an important reputation among your people. No one will devaluate you anymore. No one is gonna treat you like shit anymore. And the list goes on and on. All I'm saying is that if you just stop being so, you can be way more. You heard premium, right? It means they're not freemium. I don't have to tell the pricing. You'll find out. Number 5. Knowing all the previous things. Now, you are informed of all you need to be informed of. I see it's quite a convincing reason. That was all. Until we meet again. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you'd like to. If you don't, it's a good reason for you to not subscribe.